Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my stream and to my channel. So, Micah and I are doing some surveying here, and then we're going to... There's no desktop audio. Hang on one second, folks. I apologize. It's working. We are looking into our railroad, but I thought this was kind of a breathtaking view of the things that we've built. So, over here is the depot, and you can see our line runs all the way down here to the sawmill. You can see there. I'm working on a new line too, but that's where our sidings are. And we'll come down over to this ridge over here so you can see this huge valley that we've built. This is really cool. Oh, no. Oh! So there's our connection to the log camp there. The line to the right is the one that runs from the logs to the sawmill. We got a log train that runs back and forth. And then over here's the new line that Mr. Mike and I built that runs, connects up to the main line here that takes us into the valley where we then deliver our products down to the cordwood, or I'm sorry, the smelter. And I got to get back up on top here. So we're almost there. All right, there. And you can see down there's the smelter. And there's our Tehachapi style loop right there. And then back up the mountain along the side, we have our iron mine, and that is our operation currently. Now, I am in the process of rebuilding. I'm putting some switches in on our line up to the depot, because eventually this will kind of be the central area, because we have other things going on way over there, more industries, and more industry back here. So this is going to be more central, but right now I'm working on putting a yard in by the sawmill up there, so that temporarily the trains that operate between the refinery, the mine, and the sawmill, because they seem to all be pretty well intertwined, those lines are going to be have a yard here where we can park the cars when we're not using them. We'll have a shunter engine, which is going to be one of the little Macs. Now, how much money do I have? We're getting close. After today, probably we'll have enough money to buy. We're going to get a mogul to add, because we've got the Heisler and the Climax. So now it's going to be time to add a mogul in. Hey, what's up, Lake Snuffy? So anyway, you can just see this is really cool, though. I really like the view here, looking at what we've built already. And you can see what a crazy train network we've put together. This took, What's up, noob? Yeah, but I thought, isn't that cool, though? Like, you can just see the whole layout that we built. So now, Mike and I are going to head to the south. We're going to look at the industries and figure out what we need for those industries. And hopefully, once we're done and I'm done putting in the switches that I'm putting in, we will open the server up. People can join. And if you guys have the game, you can definitely play with us. For right now, I'm going to say, we could probably still have a couple people running logs and stuff. All right, you want to go with me, Mr. Micah? I'm heading over.
Yeah, where are you at?
I'm just following the mountain ridge here. What's up, Cameo?
Are you above me, or?
I think I'm ahead of you. Like, I'm heading towards the iron ore mine along the ridge.
Okay. I'll try to catch up.
What's up, Cameo? So we're going to walk over to the coal mine, take a look and see what's going on there. And that'll be pretty neat to see it, so... I also want to get there, though, and write down. I have a notepad in front of me. We're going to write down what each industry needs and what it's supplying, so that we can kind of figure out the puzzle of what gets what, where, when, what tracks need to be built where, and so we can interchange them. I can make a little map for myself, and we can interchange them and know what we need for each industry and what rails need to connect all of them. So, anyway, we are here at the coal mine for the YouTube, everybody, and it requires 30 beams and 60 rails, and that is to create coal, and that probably will not create a full load. You probably have to bring several times. You're going to have to bring that up. You have to keep filling it up and running it. So we've decided we're going to run a line from the sawmill to the smelter and to the coal mine. We may be able to integrate existing track, but it might actually be better for us if I'm thinking maybe from the sawmill we come out straight, heading the opposite way, and swing around into that back valley. Remember that valley we found?
Mm-hmm.
We might be better off heading that way and heading down to the smelter. That way we can kind of keep them separated. That way, there's traffic going both ways. and then we can come around the back to the coal mine. So let's head over to the next thing and find out what it's got. So, what's up, Frode? All right, so we're going to head over to the next mine and see what we see. I'm all about burning fire stacks. Especially in the nighttime, you'll get to see that. So, yeah. Well, there you go. That's
oil
true.
barrels. This is where the oil comes.
Oh, okay. So this is the oil refinery. All right.
So this is probably what it produces. Oil,
Yeah.
oil barrels.
Oil barrels. Oil.
And on the other side
barrels.
must be where we bring the
Okay,
oil,
so
crude oil.
Let's see. I'm going to type this down and put oil refinery, and it produces 200. Okay. And let's go ahead and take a look at what it requires. Oh, these are cool. The Coloco. I love that instead of Kanoko.
This requires 3.
Oh gosh. So it needs 1,000. It needs crude oil, which would come from what? Oil field.
The oil, yeah, crude oil.
Steel pipes. Where do we get those from? Oh boy.
The iron works.
Okay, steel pipes. So yes, it is basically an empire builder type game. It is in very early access right now. One thing that I like about it though is the developers seem to be very committed to it. So they have been, doing release after release. I think up to right now I have it set to 32. The goal is to get it working with up to 64 players. And the way that it's working, it seems like you're going to need it. There are a lot of tasks that need to be done. The factories work pretty quickly. That's my wife down in the background.
The way this is set up.
So, yeah, this is going to be a pain in the butt to deliver.
Right. I mean, look where you're standing.
Yeah, they made it so like you're going to have to.
One car at a time or something.
Well, you're going to have to make a classification yard up here and then split the tracks. So they're going to have to back in this way, and we can run them all the way there, but you have to run it back this way. So, yeah, so it's basically like Railroad Tycoon, but 3D, and you can actually run the trains, which is, I think it's great. Yeah, it's great. This sucks right here, though. So you're really only going to be able to, you're going to have to break the train to get the steel pipes in, unless you run it like track.
Yeah,
curve,
that's what I was thinking. Curve.
Track.
Just touch it.
Yeah, curve. Track, which is going to look really ugly.
Yep. It ain't going to look right then.
No, we'll have to do it the other way. We're just going to have to split the train like we do for the cordwood.
What about the backside for the lumber? Can we deliver from the other side on the lumber? Like over here. See the lumber?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
On this side?
Yeah, but what? Oh, shoot. I just dropped my note. Okay.
Can we deliver to this side?
Yeah, actually, that's a good idea, Micah. And then you could deliver the steel pipes to this side, maybe. We have to see, but I think you could. You should be able to. We'll test it. If not, we'll switch it back around. And then the crude oil will come over on this side. No, that's a great idea, Micah. Good thinking. And actually, we could run 2 lines for the crude for this one. And what we could do is we could run a line here that could drop off wood and drop off steel pipes, and then we could have a switch and drop off the steel pipes here. You know what I mean? So you could do both sides of the platform too if you wanted to. Great thinking. You're the good thinker, Mr. Micah.
We'll have to try it.
So, I'm trying to get myself organized here. I'm dropping my pen on the floor. Hold on, folks. Let's head over to the Ironworks and see what they got.
Okay.
Okay, so this is once again, we're at the coal facility. I'm sorry, I got a phone call, so I was not paying attention to what I was saying. We're at this is not the coal facility. This is the Iron Works. It needs 1,000 coal to operate. You did not pull an IROC, though, dudes in time. Raw iron. It needs 100 raw iron. And once again, that's the max that it takes. It'll keep eating it as you put it in. So you need to supply a lot. And it takes lumber. Oh, God. More lumber. So everything takes lumber, it seems like.
Yeah.
lumber, and this is 50. Okay, so now we know that. So let's head on over.
Oh,
This will make the pipes,
produces
right?
the beams. Yeah, this makes the pipes.
And what else
That's
does it
nice.
make?
It's like some sort of cargo. Tools.
Okay, so cool. Okay, so there's where the tools come in. So we make ironwork makes pipes, and it makes tools, and those are
100
finished
tools.
products. So
Yeah. So the tools probably go to the crude oil, I'm thinking.
maybe, or so let's go. Yeah, well, let's go see.
So it makes 100 of each.
This is nice that this is all in a valley, though. This makes our life easier when we're running the tracks between these, sort of. But I think you're right. I think we're going to have to run. We should probably run a line from the freight depot also, and I think that we should probably run a double line through all of this,
Yeah.
so that you can have trains heading east and trains heading west. From the coal mine to this area, we can run just one because we're just have a coal train basically. But going from the coal train to the sawmill, we should have a double track, and going through this area, we should also have a double track because we want to be able to run east and west freights through here. This is crazy how big this whole thing is.
And here's the funny thing. They're thinking this isn't going to be a big map.
Yeah, this is like one of the small maps, and they're going to have multiple maps too. I'm so excited about this. This is great.
Like I think they're thinking of having cities
Right.
on their maps.
Yep.
Where you can actually well, this is a very long term, but they were thinking of even doing passenger travel.
Right. All right. Well, so here's our last destination, and it was really close. So we have the oil field. Hey, how's it going, Johnny? Good to see you. All right. So let's see what they. Oh my gosh, this takes. You were right. It takes tools. So we have the oil, and that takes the oil. This is raw oil, right, or oil field.
And this is where we must pick up the oil.
It requires tools.
Oh, look at this.
Been doing grand, my friend.
Look at that, Arthur.
What's this? What?
This is where you get the oil.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's cool. So, yeah, just like I mean, they're not much different than the modern ones, honestly, except for all the connectors and stuff to keep it safe. And you can do it on both sides. You can fill up cars on both sides. See that? So make sure we run tracks through there. Danger. Keep lights and fire away.
What's funny is it's inverted, though. If you try to move them, and they're inverted.
This takes beams, 30 beams, and crude oil. Wait a minute. How does it? This doesn't take crude oil. This makes crude oil, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this produces the crude oil.
Okay, and it takes pipes.
This takes pipes as well?
There you go, Doozy.
Man, we're going to need multiple people.
Yeah. This is where. Yeah.
Just so the viewers know, I believe their goal is to have it's either 32 or 64 players per map.
Yeah, 32.
Up to.
Well, 64 is the goal, but 32 right
Right.
now is what they have it set to. Yeah. Okay, so I've got those, and let's take a look. I'm also going to make cards. I'm making cards for everything. So, anyway, ladies and gentlemen on YouTube, we'll be back in a moment. Okay, so we are back. Let's see. Continue. So we're going to run this out
this
here.
needs-
What does he want?
This
Hum?
needs logs.
All right, there we go. And unfortunately, this went a little wonky with its. This switch got a little close to the edge, but I'm seeing if we can get it without having to relay the road work or the groundwork.
Man, did you see the price of routers now? It's nuts.
I know they're like $200-300. Yeah. Here we come. Around the mountain. So where did you start, JC?
I'm still loading in.
Oh, it takes a while. Yeah.
It's the first time started playing this game, so I don't know what's going on.
It takes a little while to load. You'll be at the. I think they'll start you at the depot, or near the freight depot. How does that look? Is that a pretty straight curve? Yeah, that's not a straight curve. Yeah, is that a pretty good curve? Is what I meant. Looks nice. All right, and let's see.
I'm going to take Little Mac down. Oh, no, I'll leave Little Mac here.
You can take Little Mac.
Oh, controllers work with this. Nice.
Do they?
I'm moving around with one.
Which one are you using? Xbox?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. All right,
And yeah, I'm at some depot, I think.
all right, so we got. Is this TDC over here? Yeah. So come follow the tracks. You'll see where I'm at.
You don't
just,
move fast, do you?
No. Here's TDC. And he left.
They're now bringing stuff down from upstairs because we're done. I just left today.
They got a pair of underwear. Yeah, I don't really have them. I don't have a 4K monitor either. I mean, you do it with my card, but I just don't because too expensive right now. Maybe eventually we'll do it. Your monitor does higher resolution, doesn't it, honey? Yes, it does.
Why are you walking around with a pair of knickers in your mouth, dummy?
Mostly because I had a headache. Now I've taken my pills and I feel better. Those stupid generic pills actually work.
Which ones?
These, the green ones that we got from...
Yeah, because they're just exactly the same.
No, they're different. The other ones are liquid gels. Like, they're not...
Arthur, they've got the same.
You take
Yeah,
a
I
drug.
guess they do. That didn't go well there. I'm going to try to fix that up a little bit, make it a little bit more natural looking. A lot of times I run back and forth between... Like, I cut the rails that I create, and then I go back and redo them again. This is kind of a challenging interchange, though. This has not been... Dang it, why does it do that? It makes the tracks and then it deletes them, and I didn't do anything to delete them. I hate that. That's the one thing I hate about this game. You have to go out and go back in again. If you try to pin them together, it disappears. I don't know why it does that. Right there. There we go. Is that better? Where are you, JC?
I'm still at the depot. I don't know what I'm doing.
Just walk down the tracks.
Okay.
Follow the track, because you'll find me in like
M?
3 minutes. I'm just down the track a bit,
Like a hobo?
like a hobo. Hey, easy. We're live here, honey.
Sorry, Violet. Bitch.
Don't swear.
Bitches.
Let's see. That's about as straight as it gets, Tay. Wow, this interchange looks terrible, but I guess that's as good as it's gonna get.
Hey, Violet.
It's on a curve, so it's weird.
Nice that you got out of bed early today.
She did. She's been up for hours.
I've been up for like 5 million years.
Well, don't
She got
forget
up before
you're
us,
gonna have to add
actually.
another one.
5 million years. Right.
She's been up since the dawn of time. Let's see. Is this that is not... You're right, Tay, though. That one's not straight. What the frick?
Alfie! Shut up with your girly bark.
A girly bark.
Man up, dog.
Have you heard it?
Yes, Railroads Online is PC only. That's correct.
Oh,
PC Master Race.
girly bark.
Yeah, no, not because of that, but just because. Most of these, like, hey, there is Bin Pin. All right, so here's JC. All right, so you guys are. I got some jobs for you, Jace, and also I'm going to train you on the engine, JC. Follow me. So we're gonna. Mike and I are working on building a. He already cleared those trees out. Look at that.
I'll go back to the back of the sawmill and I'll start working on the valley.
All right. We'll wait till Bin Pin gets here. Okay, so here's how the train works. And you guys are probably going to have to work together. First of all, switches. If the switch is thrown against you, you will derail. So if you're, like, let's say we're coming up to that Y up ahead in front of the locomotive, And see how it's thrown to the left? That means that the other line is the one that's clear, and you'll end up getting derailed on that switch. I think. Let me see which way it's going. No, you'll be okay on this one. It'll go either way.
Yeah.
If you come up to a closed switch, though, like let's say it's going the other way, where if I'm heading this direction, let's say, bin pin, I'm headed towards you right now. See how the tracks are set? See if you look at the points there. See how they're set? If I'm heading towards you, that has to be thrown or I will derail. So you guys will have to work together and make sure that your tracks are clear ahead, and that you're not getting into situations where you're derailed. So it's best to stop before you go to a switch, double check it. One of you will be conductor, one of you will be the engineer, and the conductor checks the tracks. So follow me.
You change the switch though.
You look at it and then you pull left or right with your mouse. I don't know how to do it on controller, but once it turns yellow, you got control of it. And then you hold the mouse button down and throw it. So drag left or right, and you'll see it switch. No one's looking at it right now. It has to turn orange for it to be activated. There we go.
Okay, I'm very nearly there. Okay.
There you go.
And now it'll go right.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so that's the switches.
Okay.
And then, okay, follow me.
All right, that's what it was.
Hi, guys. Hi, Kitty Cat. Difference between Railroads Online and Train Sim is this one's a little less simish and a little bit more, a little bit more towards fun, kind of arcadey gameplay a little bit. But it's also a little bit more, you get to design your own tracks and then run it. And then you make money and buy more trains. So it's more of an empire builder than Train Sim World. You're just thrown in and you run companies' trains. This one actually has a building element to it where you grow your railroad. That's hilarious, Dues in Time. Okay, so now on the cars. Hop on up on the cars. And this is where you guys probably won't have an issue with this on the run I'm going to put you on to start with. But you're going to have brakes on these cars. You see this wheel at the end?
Mm-hmm.
So obviously you turn it, you look left and right, you grab it, and you turn left with the mouse. And when it turns orange, you turn left and right to set it and turn it on. See that?
So what does this do?
That will start braking the train. So you have engine brake, but a lot of times when you're going down steep hills with full loads, you're going to start going out of control, even at 100% brake. So the conductor needs to hop between the cars and set at least one or two brakes on the train cars. And it's a balancing act. You might want to set them at like 30% to get the train to the speed that you want, and then you back them off as you need to and increase them as you need to. But usually one car is enough. Like if you brake one car, so like the conductor or the engineer stands in there and brakes the engine, and then the conductor will stand back on the first car and turn the brakes on and off on that car. And so you can work as a team to do that, and obviously you need to communicate that. So. Another rule about the cars, once the cars are parked, you put the back brake on the last car 100%, and you put the front brake on 100%. Because what we found with this game is a lot of times the cars will detach while you're saving, and or like when you leave the game, when you come back in, and they'll just start rolling down a hill or taking off on their own.
Oh.
So you got to make sure that you're, that the brakes are on. So brake on the back, brake on the front. Last but not least, coupling is weird. Follow me. And you guys are going to learn this right away because you're going to have to couple those cars over there. At the end, we have this coupler thingy, right? Yep. You mouse click it to put the couple in, and then you're going to right mouse it to put the pin in. You do that first. See how that's working? You put them both in. Yep. And then you're going to bring the other car or the train, and you're going to back them together, right? And then you put the pin in on the other car. So you're going to put the coupler and pin, connect the cars, and then put the pin in on the other car. And I would recommend if you don't have anything attached to these cars, like let's say the conductor, put the brake on this car, because when you pound the train into here to get them connected, it's going to roll back. and then you're going to get disconnected again. So you got to wait till they're connected together, keep the brake on, and then you can touch it. Yes, I do, Jeff. Yes, I do. So does that make sense?
Yep.
Yes.
And you'll
sir.
learn it. You'll learn it as you go. I mean, it's kind of, but you can't. You will not be able to put that coupler in. If you back them together and then try to put the coupler in, it won't work. You have to do it before you get them together.
So you got to do the coupler, the pin, push it together, and then pin the other side.
Yep,
Just
exactly.
like a real train.
Yep, just like a real train, right?
Okay.
Yeah, laying track is
Sounds
a bit
good.
of a nightmare, Katie Cat. Okay, so engine operation. Are you guys ready for this one? And so what we have here on the back and to the side, you have lumber. You pick it off the back first, then you pick it off the side. Hang on, I pressed the wrong key. Let me see what's going on here. Nope. Why does it do that? There we go. Now on this engine, it's a little awkward. To feed fire in, hey, we'll see you, Gwen. You are going to you can grab up to 5 pieces of wood. You see the wood disappearing? And you got to crouch, and you have to open the firebox by pulling left and right, and then you chuck fire in there to fire up the engine. Now, this engine's been sat for a while, so if you go into the F menu, and what you do is, this is a little tricky too, you have to look at the floor of the engine and hold down the F key, and you'll be driving the engine from the outside in the, like, where you have all the pulls and pushes. You can't load the fire while you're in this view, so you'll have to go back and forth into it. But I don't know if you guys can see, and on my screen, did you guys still have the stream up or no?
No.
Hold on.
Okay. You'll have a list. Once you get into the F mode, you'll have a list of boiler pressure, air brake pressure, water temperature, water level, and fire temperature. Once the fire temperature and the water temperature have reached their top levels, you'll be able to move the engine. But if they're at 0, the train's not going to move. Go ahead and go into F mode there. Who's running it right now? JC, go ahead and look at the floor and no.
Uh-oh. What the heck's going on?
Yeah, you pulled open the regulator. So look down at the
Oh.
floor and press F so that you go into the you'll know because you'll have an orange bar along the bottom.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Thank you for the cheer, by the way, Jeremy. Appreciate that. And yes, I do, Johnny. I have the full setup for Flight Sim. But I don't really stream it much anymore because people don't watch. So there you go. Yeah, so you're seeing all the different controls. So on a steam engine, the reverser is how you make the train.
Why doesn't the bell stop?
It'll stop after a while.
Oh, okay.
But if it's orange, then that means you still have it selected on.
Oh, it's not.
Okay, so it slows down after a while.
Okay.
So on a steam engine, the reverser is forward and backwards. 100% forward is forward, negative 100% is all the way backwards. What's up, Frosty Tool?
Okay.
And then the regulator is applying throttle. So you open that slowly, like start at like 10 and then go to 20, 30. These little engines, you're going to have to pull them a little bit more back to make them go, but maybe 50%. And then as you get moving, you want to close them back down to like 30%. And obviously brakes are self-explanatory. You turn them on, they'll stop. You turn them off, they'll go. Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate that. So there you go. You're starting to roll backwards there? Yep.
Yeah.
And if the brakes are on the cars, which I think there are some on, it'll be slow. So do you feel comfortable operating it? And then you can kind of teach Bin Pin how to do it? Or
Well,
you going to ram it off the track?
Oh man, yeah, sure, right.
Yeah,
I
sure,
don't
right?
know. I don't know.
he can stay the engineer, and I'll be the conductor for now.
Okay, all right. So, Bin Pin, your job now, this is what your orders are. Back over
How do you-
there.
How do you crouch?
Control.
So what train are we going to use in this train, though, right?
No, you're going to disconnect these cars. Here's your orders. I need see those log cars over there behind us? There's 4 log cars parked by the
Okay.
sawmill. I need you to connect this engine up to those cars. And then you're going to go straight ahead on the line that's in front of you. You'll have to set the switches and go straight. You're going to run down to the log camp, pick up logs, and then run back up here to the sawmill and drop them off. You have to hand operate the cranes. You'll see when you get down there. There's some cranes. You'll load the logs onto the cars.
All right.
The one thing you're going to have to keep track of, JC, is your water level. Right now, you should have. How much water does the engine say it has?
Where do I find that?
It'll be on the left side in the orange thing.
Yeah,
Oh.
so you're disconnected, so you can move. You can start moving ahead.
Water temperature, water fill level, 500.
When that gets down to about 200, you'll need to fill up with water. Thank you for the
Okay.
sub, Jeremy. I appreciate that. You're going to go. There's a water tower where you on the back of the sawmill, and there's also a water tower at the logging camp. I would recommend that you get water from the logging camp because it's on the line that you're working. You don't have to go like out of your way to get it.
Okay.
So just fill it up every time you go down to the log camp. These little engines run out of water fast, so you'll be able to go down, pick up the logs, bring them back, drop them off, and when you go back down again, you'll need to fill up each time.
Are we going to back this train up and disconnect the carts, or are we going to go?
Nope, just leave these cars
here.
here. You can just leave them here.
Okay, because we got a push car in front of us. We gotta
Yeah, I'll
do
move
that.
it. I'll move the push cart.
Okay.
Get this out of the way. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Good to see ya.
All right.
Arg.
So you can, when you get the pressure, you can move forward.
Woo woo! I'm moving the hand cart out of the way. And once I go through the switch bin pin, throw it for
Right,
you guys.
throw it,
Yep.
Yeah.
No, wait, stop. Stop.
No,
Stop.
please don't stop. Okay, so what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Somebody hold my hand.
Once you get your regulator pressure up, you're going to start moving forward and come to the switch.
Yeah, that engine probably is pressured up by now, I would think. You got 120 boiler pressure. There you go. You're doing it. JC's first train driving experience.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna screw this up, aren't I?
Yeah,
No, you're gonna be a
Kevin, I
big
think it's
kid.
great, but I'm biased. This game is awesome.
Where am I going, by the way? I don't know what I'm doing.
Just
Bin-
come past me and then come to a stop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Then I got to throw this switch so you can back up.
So I need to think here while he's doing that. I can either start my yard off of this track, which would be pretty easy because it's kind of straight, and
Arthur,
head off
before
that
you get into
way.
that too much, can I have your attention for something?
No. Sure.
Okay, so the smelter. Do we want to tie in to the left? Like, so if I'm looking from the sawmill to the smelter, do we want to tie in to the left on the track, or we want to swing to the right and go up towards, you know what I mean? Like, which way do we want to go when we tie in at the smelter?
You know how we have that back loop?
Yep. The bridge loop or the just the loop around the smelter?
The loop around the smelter. We need to come off of there somehow.
Right. Do you want to come on the back side?
I think so,
Or-
because the front side's pretty congested with like the and it's also not flat up there. So I think the
That's what I'm
back side's probably the best way to come in.
So we're going to have to go around on this one. And come back on these carts.
Yeah.
Hold
Or
up,
well,
JC.
you can
Hold up, JC.
I mean, you can run it backwards. It's okay to run the engines backwards. We do it all the
Okay.
time.
We can do that.
Yeah,
You'll
I just
have to
run them back. I'm
I think
lazy.
I think for JC, because he can't see if he goes backwards going up the hill.
That's
He
what you're
should
for.
he should be able to because his camera will be outside of the engine.
Okay. So
Yeah,
come on.
I can rotate the view.
Okay, let me make sure you're all set up to go where you need to go for right now.
Okay.
There so far you can sell wood, oil, tools. What else can you sell? Rails like iron rails. There's a ton of different
Okay.
stuff.
You
And
can
it's
come
worth
on back to my switch.
with that build up pressure. So I think I'm going to have to move these cars, but we'll try to do it without moving the cars. So I need to go into the railroad demolish mode and start.
Okay, stop up the switch and let me set you up for hooking up.
There we go.
Come on.
I'll put the switch somewhere in here. All right, G. Switch to the right. There we go. There's a curve there, so I got to watch that. And this is where the tracks are. So right about
Right.
there. Okay.
Go ahead,
It's a
go
really good
forward.
game. I do have a pretty long series on YouTube of this. It might be a little too informational, inclusive.
Give it a little gas and come forward. Just don't want it coming in that fast.
Yeah, I know.
Wham! So once you guys get the sawmill filled up all the way to 100, let me know. And then there's a second task I'm going to have you guys do with a bigger engine.
All right.
Oh, I did it! Yay! Look at that.
May take brakes off, and then I'll let you know when you're ready to go.
Crud. That ain't working.
Okay, brakes off.
Hold on,
Reverser.
hold on. Not yet, not yet. I got to set
Okay.
the switch too. So I got to change this.
This is going to be awkward.
All right, and our switch is set, I think. Let me double. Yeah.
I just need to go back, right?
Yeah, just keep going back. Yeah, we're going up the hill.
Let's see, did that work? No.
Okay, brake off.
This is the only thing that's tough about the game, Kevin, is the laying the rails. I should have just gone straight off of this. Don't kill the switch. The hard thing is if you delete that switch, that's going to
Just
be a pain.
make sure you slow down before you hit up the switches so I can double check the switches.
JC's like, but I want to go. Yeah, and then once you guys are the only ones that are on that route, so once you've run it once and you know all the switches are set, you can just leave it, because then you'll know you're safe. Unless, if I switch something, I'll try to switch stuff back if I have to switch it on this end. I don't think I will, but
Let me know when I'm clear.
come on, connect.
Keep going. You're just going to go straight back to the lumber mill, right? We're just going to go up the hill.
That's not.
I gotta go straight. Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Straight up the hill.
Hey, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so
That's no good.
Yeah, we're going to logging camp, so.
okay.
And that's this route.
You're going straight ahead.
Well, like I said, is when we get close to logging camp, we need to slow down.
You need to be on the. You need to take the left side.
Yeah, it'll be the left side where
logging camp.
that takes you to the logs, and that's not what I wanted. I pressed the wrong freaking key. Switch to the right. It's not lined up.
What? Do you have any like small diamond arts that I can do?
No. Oop! I hear the whistle. There we go. Did it get it? No, of course it didn't. Dag nabbit. But that's okay because we can work this. We got a long line of lead track to. There we go. The more space you leave between the different points and stuff, the better off you're going to be. So go here and maybe here. Thank you for all the cheer. I appreciate it. And for the Prime sub. I appreciate that too. That's a big help to our channel. All right, so right about here maybe? Right? Nope. There? Nah. A little further back. Right there. Where does Mater live?
Anywhere he wants.
That's right. He lives in my house. Mate lives with me during the where like in Minecraft, where does he live? So the starter boat house that we made, like it's to the right of my castle. Is his house is to the right of that. Moni, are you on it or no?
No.
Okay. I didn't know.
I'm playing Skyblock.
She's playing Skyblock. Yes, they do. The switches seem to me like what takes the most space. Let's see if this will connect up nice. Let's see. Mater lives in Radiator Springs. That's right.
Oh, that gets loud when you have the regulator open.
Excuse me.
So what are we getting here? Just logs?
Yep, just logs.
So
Pardonnez-moi.
I
Pardonnez-vous.
don't know if they, Ben 10 and JC, just in case, don't walk in between into the big log areas where the big
Okay.
logs are, because you can get stuck.
And then you'll have to respawn.
They might have fixed it, but I don't know if they have. But just so you know.
Track got goofy there. Sometimes it does that. Come on. Nope. Come on. Sometimes the game has a mind of its own on the stuff that it does. It's like, what? Just connect. Right there. Yep. And like that. What the heck? Just go straight. Big
Okay.
Ford guy. How's it going? Thank you for the sub.
You're
What
fine.
the heck?
Stay right where you're at.
No, what is going on? How do I put
Okay.
fire in here? Or wood in here again?
Okay, so you'll have to
You,
crouch. Open that little firebox hatch.
Yeah, but it keeps clipping me into it.
What?
Yeah.
Back.
Are you too close?
Okay. Have you pressed R or T?
No.
Press T once and then press it again. Probably what's happening is there's a lean view mode and it screws everything up. That's the wrong button.
Okay, yeah, that worked.
That was it? Okay, yeah. I've done that. I do that too. I'm always like, oh, why is he leaning? This weird
Okay.
lean view mode thing.
Left mouse button drag.
There we go. That's much nicer.
Now I can. Oh, there we go. Okay. How do I add fuel again?
How do you
Just
add fuel?
Click it or?
Click it or
You
tick
click on the wood, but you can only hold about 5 pieces of wood.
5 pieces. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I show it in
So-
my hand, and I'm
Right.
crouched down. How do I throw it in?
Right mouse button throws them.
You sure?
Left mouse button picks them up. Right mouse button throws them in.
Okay, JC, whenever you're ready, you can move forward a little bit. It's like first.
Are you confused? JC's like, hi.
Yes, I am. I am very confused.
Okay, we were too.
Yeah, definitely. We're just going to run
So
this
you did
straight as
kneel,
possible.
right? To put the wood in?
Oh, right mouse button add fuel. Okay, but it doesn't show you throwing it in, so it's
No, it doesn't. You just doesn't.
yeah.
It should. That's weird.
Yeah, it should show you.
It should show you throwing it in, yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
Sometimes it doesn't.
Sometimes.
And then fuel is 50, right, to be full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, I think I got the handle of this. Are we ready, Ben Pin?
Now go forward.
What the
Go forward
frick?
slowly. Bring up to the back 2 carts.
Oh, I gotta back up more.
Yes. Because I
Okay,
got the front 2 carts loaded. I need to fill the last 2.
gotcha. Okay, perfect.
Why did it do it? Please don't. It's going to delete the whole thing. Oh, good. It didn't. What the heck? What is that? Stop it. There we go. Sometimes the groundwork is a little frustrating, especially when you already have track laid. So what I'm doing right now is I'm making a... nope.
A little more. Keep going.
There we
Go on.
This will allow
Okay.
us to make. Watch this. You'll see. Excuse me.
All right, that should be good enough.
Trying to get this to go as straight as possible. Otherwise, we're gonna have to reassociate or reset some of these, but it didn't go straight. So it looked like it was, and it wasn't. It's not too bad though. I'm not good at this.
I wish you could zoom out a little more when you're in this position.
V.
Yeah.
Press the V key.
Oh. You would think like your scroll wheel would
That's not good.
Right. I thought the same thing too.
Well, I've made my first mistake of the day. I put the wrong switch in with the wrong. Okay, well, that's definitely too close, so we need to start about here.
Okay, I need to not do that. I need options, audio,
Yeah, you
sound
can-
effects.
Yep.
0.
SFX, or put it lower. You don't have to set it to 0, but
Yeah, I'm gonna move it down to like 10.
There
Yeah,
we go.
there we go. Perfect.
And now I've got the right track piece. That's good. But this way, let's see, the sugarcane. I don't know, dudes. John, do you have sugarcane in front of your house, mate?
Yes, I do.
Moni says yes, he does, Duzen. Sorry, I just saw that message. And
All right, I think I got the hang of this. I think, kind of.
yeah, see, it doesn't take long. It's not too bad.
You're gonna get addicted.
Oh, I did do the wrong one. Dang it! How did I manage
No,
that?
I don't know. Maybe after the learning curve, I might get addicted.
Oh, you will. You will.
Crud buckets. Now I got to do that all over again. How did I manage that? I'm like paying attention. It's the only thing I'm doing is laying these tracks and pick the wrong freaking piece. Ugh. All right, try this again. This is the one that I need.
Shut up, Pedro.
What did he say? What did
Nothing.
Pedro say?
Nothing.
Oh, or does he have you in the other channel?
What? No, I got a Discord message from him.
Oh. So you said you got new work, JC. What are you doing now?
What?
You said you had a new work that you're doing or something?
Oh, nope.
Same thing?
Yep. We ready, Pin?
I think if we go on this other side,
That's the end right there of this track. Probably pop the engine here.
okay, yeah, we're good to go. Go ahead.
Okay, let me put my reverser to 100% and not negative.
You
Take
do a
that brake
straight-
off.
Yeah, should be a straight shot down.
Regulator 100%. Here we go. That water level doesn't move a lot, does it?
The water level only goes down when the regulator is open.
Oh.
How's your
So if
water
you're
level?
going downhill, just turn the regulator off to 0 and coast, and you won't use much water.
Okay.
Like, sure.
Been standing on top of the. That's funny.
That way I can see the down road.
No, I got it. It's great though. It's funny and great.
Funny and great. All right, so this is kind of like Cleveland, where you have all these freeways running into like a 2-lane freeway through the middle of town, which is why we have traffic every morning.
What's the generator?
You won't need that on that engine. The generator turns the headlight on and off,
Okay.
but you won't need that.
Okay. And compressor?
Compressor is for
Right.
brakes on the larger locomotives.
Okay.
So let's see here. I'm trying. This is going to be an interesting to make these all straight. My yard's going to be all wonky. Though I could do this. This is one thing you can do. Before it was curving. If I press alternate, left alternate, it should make it so that the track stays straight. Nope, it's still curving. Dang it, I don't. Aha! Ah! Wee wee. I kind of have to go wee wee, speaking of wee wee. Monsieur Tinkle.
Yeah, I don't know where they're gonna go with this crap.
Why isn't this working? I gotta go wee wee. That's really weird. Alternate. Make it straight. Make it so, number one. How far back can I go? I got plenty of space. What are you doing?
Nothing. I'm just reading some memes.
Ah, He's driving trains and reading memes at the same time.
Yeah.
I think if you were a real-life conductor, you might get fired.
Maybe.
Like, that remains to be seen.
Willing to find out.
Thank you, big Ford guy. You're willing to find out.
Might want to start slowing down a little bit.
Yep.
Brakes.
Oh, have Binpin join your company.
Oh, yes, bin pin. Press the tab
Yeah.
button,
Okay.
and where you see my name, the Yasta JR thingy one,
Yeah.
press join company. It'll turn orange and just leave it in that status.
Okay.
That way when you guys sell stuff, it goes to my
All right.
company, which allows us to expand the railway. That's not big enough, but it'll have to do for now.
That's what she said.
Okay. Stop.
Wakes. All right, I do have to go pee-pee. I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for the break, but I'll be right back. Can't wait any longer.